From NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News. Reporting tonight, Thomas Roberts.
Good evening. We begin with breaking news from Brussels in an unexpected twist. Belgium's federal prosecutor says they have a confession from the man in the hat, ending a massive manhunt since the March terrorist attacks in Brussels. NBC News confirms the alleged suspect is 31-year-old Mohamed Abrini, captured just over 24 hours ago. Authorities say Abrini now admits his involvement with the Belgian airport bombings, but they also believe he is a key suspect for playing a role in the deadly Paris attacks from November. Our Bill Neely has the very latest from Brussels.
Mystery solved. The man in the hat, seen wheeling explosives with two suicide bombers at Brussels airport, has confessed. It's this man, Mohamed Abrini, arrested yesterday, talking today, say prosecutors. He's admitted being the man seen fleeing the bombings, telling investigators he threw his jacket in a garbage can and sold his hat. But they can't rule out the possibility that he's lying to cover for someone else. He was one of 6 men arrested yesterday. 4 of them have now been charged with mass murder. Abrini is one, photographed before the Paris attacks, linked to safe houses and a car used in the massacres. He's a key suspect who may know more than his friend Salah Abdeslam, who also fled Paris.
Abrini will probably know a lot more than Abdeslam and a lot more than almost anybody else alive.
And police are on the hunt for more ISIS suspects, raiding a Brussels apartment block. The police here are looking for any evidence of a bomb factory or an ISIS safe house. More than 50 officers involved, as well as the bomb squad and snipers. They're taking no chances. This man was also charged with mass murder today, Osama K., now known to be Swedish. Prosecutors say he was at the scene of the Brussels metro bombing and bought the suitcases at this mall for the bombers to pack with explosives. They did that here, in the apartment from where today we heard the voice of one of the killers for the first time, ordering the taxi to take them to the airport.
Bonjour. Bonjour, madame. J'aimerais un taxi, 7h15, rue Max Rose, numéro 4.
Taxi at 7:15, carnage at 7:58. But today, murder charges and the hope of justice for so many victims. But there are no celebrations here at the arrests and charges against these men. Remember, Salah Abdeslam's arrest last month may have panicked his gang and triggered the Brussels massacres. So they're on their guard here. The Prime Minister warning today, stay calm, be alert, be careful. Thomas?
Bill Neely, thank you, Bill.
Top story right now, though, that, of course, the breaking news from Belgium, where prosecutors have released new details about what they've learned from the so-called man in the hat. They now say the bombers were planning to attack France again, but instead struck closer to home. NBC's chief global correspondent Bill Neely has more on these overnight developments. Bill, good morning.
Good morning, Craig. It was the deadliest ever ISIS terror cell. It's clearly being broken up, and we're now learning new details about what it planned to hit next. Prosecutors say its #1 target was France. Belgium was only hit after the gang feared arrest and rushed an attack. And at the centre of all the plots, the man who has now begun to talk. The Paris attacks killed more than 130 people. But Belgian prosecutors said this morning the ISIS cell responsible, based in Belgium, had been planning a second hit on France. But the arrest of the Paris bomber Salah Abdeslam surprised them, and the speed of the investigation rushed them into an attack on Belgium. The new information is coming from this man. Hunted for months, disguised to kill, the man in the hat, wheeling his explosives and now confessing his role. Mohamed Abrini, arrested Friday, talking Saturday, has been formally charged with the Brussels massacres. Prosecutors say he admits fleeing the bombings, telling them he threw his jacket in a garbage can and sold his hat. Prosecutors had evidence Abrini was one of the Paris attackers, photographs, DNA and fingerprints, but until he talked, his role in Brussels was unclear. Now he's telling them more.
Brussels is a safer place with Brini in jail. It doesn't mean that there are not many more on the loose.
So police are on the hunt for more ISIS suspects, raiding an apartment block. The fear is that the terror gang may be bigger and ready to strike again. Well, Brini is likely to be questioned again today. No one involved in the investigation, either here or in France, really believes that everyone involved in the gang has either been captured or killed. So there are no celebrations here about the arrests and the charges. They're on their guard here. Their police car just gone past. The sirens are still in this city. Belgium's Prime Minister warning people to stay alert and to be careful. Craig?
Bill Neely for us in Belgium. Bill, thank you.